You've heard the saying, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Well, Japan took this to heart when it came to car manufacturing. In the 1960s and 1970s, Japanese automakers weren't shy about borrowing ideas from their European and American counterparts. But they didn't just copy, they took those ideas and refined them, making their own unique versions that would go on to define eras in the automotive world. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 iconic cars that started it all for Japan. These aren't just copies, these cars revolutionized the market and set the stage for the Japanese automotive dominance we see today. Let's talk about the real legends of Japanese automotive history, and how they copied and improved on what came before. How Japan learned from the West. Before we dive into the specific cars, let's talk about how Japan started copying and what they learned from European and American manufacturers. 1. Post-war innovation. After World War II, Japan was rebuilding from the ground up. The economy was in shambles, but the automotive industry was quickly growing. Japanese manufacturers like Toyota, Nissan, and Honda saw what Europe and America were doing and set out to create affordable and reliable cars for the Japanese people. But they didn't just copy, they learned the lessons of efficiency and design from the best manufacturers. 2. The Western influence. In the 1950s and 1960s, the world was in love with American muscle cars and European luxury vehicles. Japanese automakers saw the popularity of these cars and aimed to produce their own versions, not just for Japan, but for the global market. The result? High-quality, affordable cars that were often more fuel-efficient and easier to maintain than their Western counterparts. 5 cars that started it all. Let's get into the 5 iconic cars that Japan copied and improved on, shaping the future of the automotive industry. 1. Toyota 2000 GT, 1967, inspiration. The Toyota 2000 GT was Japan's answer to the European sports cars of the era, particularly the Jaguar E-Type and Aston Martin DB5. Why it's iconic. The 2000 GT was Japan's first true sports car, and while it was heavily inspired by European designs, it introduced innovative engineering for a Japanese brand. The car featured a 2.0L straight-six engine, a beautifully sleek body, and performance that rivaled the best cars in the world at the time. Legacy. The 2000 GT's success showed the world that Japan could compete in the sports car arena and eventually laid the groundwork for Japan's high-performance cars, including the Nissan GT-R and the Mazda RX-7. It became a symbol of Japan's ability to design and build world-class vehicles. What Japan did better. While the Jaguar E-Type and Aston Martin DB5 were often seen as high-maintenance, the Toyota 2000 GT was more durable and reliable, even while delivering similar performance and beauty. It proved Japan could innovate while maintaining affordability. 2. Nissan Skyline GT-R, 1969, inspiration. The Nissan Skyline GT-R was initially inspired by the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro, both iconic American muscle cars known for their performance and street appeal. Why it's iconic. The Skyline GT-R became known as the Godzilla of the car world, thanks to its legendary performance on both the street and the track. Nissan borrowed heavily from American muscle car principles but infused the GT-R with cutting-edge Japanese technology, including a twin-cam 2.0L straight-six engine and a multi-link rear suspension. Legacy. The GT-R went on to become a cult favorite, known for its track dominance and tuning potential. It cemented Nissan's position as one of the top manufacturers of high-performance cars, and its legacy continues today with the modern R35 GT-R. What Japan did better. While American muscle cars were built for straight-line performance, the Skyline GT-R offered a more balanced approach with excellent handling and cornering ability. It was also more technologically advanced, introducing features like all-wheel drive and electronic tuning. 3. Honda Civic, 1972, inspiration. The Honda Civic was created as Japan's answer to the Volkswagen Beetle, which was the affordable, reliable car for millions of people globally. Why it's iconic. Launched in 1972, the Honda Civic was a compact car designed for fuel efficiency and low maintenance. The Civic's simple design and reliable engine made it a hit, especially in the face of the 1970s oil crisis, where smaller, more fuel-efficient cars gained in popularity. Legacy. The Civic has evolved into one of the most iconic cars in automotive history. It's known for its versatility, available in sedan, coupe, and hatchback forms, tuning potential, and durability. the Civic has maintained its place as a top choice for commuters, young drivers, and enthusiasts. What Japan did better, while the Volkswagen Beetle was innovative in its own right, the Civic offered better fuel efficiency, more modern engineering, and the ability to adapt to changing market needs. Over time, Honda also made the Civic more performance-oriented, with models like the Psi and Type R, giving it broad appeal. 4. Toyota Supra, 1978, inspiration. The Toyota Supra was inspired by the American muscle car culture of the 1960s and 1970s, as well as European touring cars that dominated international racing. Why it's iconic, the Toyota Supra is one of Japan's most beloved sports cars. Initially released as a version of the Toyota Celica, the Supra was redesigned with a more aggressive stance, a straight-six engine, and a focus on high performance. It gained fame in the late 90s, especially with the introduction of the Mark IV Supra A80, which featured the legendary 2JZ engine. Legacy, the Toyota Supra became a symbol of Japanese performance, particularly in the tuning and motorsport communities. It was featured in the Fast Furious franchise, further cementing its place in pop culture. The Supra's reputation for power and reliability continues to this day. What Japan did better, the Supra not only competed with American muscle cars but often outperformed them in terms of precision handling and reliability. Unlike many of its Western counterparts, the Supra's engine internals were built to handle massive amounts of power, making it a favorite among tuner enthusiasts. 5. Mazda MX-5 Miata, 1989, inspiration. The Mazda MX-5 Miata was inspired by European roadsters like the Lotus Elan and Milligram Midget, which were known for their lightweight, affordable sports car appeal. Why it's iconic, launched in 1989, the MX-5 Miata redefined the affordable sports car. It offered fun-to-drive dynamics, a lightweight chassis, and reliable engineering. The Miata became the best-selling roadster in the world and is known for its simplicity, small size, and engaging driving experience. Legacy, the Miata has become a symbol of driving enjoyment. It's still in production today, constantly evolving while staying true to the original formula of providing a compact, affordable, and exciting driving experience. The Miata is often regarded as the perfect starter sports car. What Japan did better, while European roadsters were often fragile and expensive to maintain, the Miata combined the best features of European cars with Japanese reliability and affordability. It was engineered to be light and nimble, unlike many of the heavier, more complicated sports cars from Europe. The impact of Japanese automakers. 1. Japan's contribution to global automotive culture. Japanese automakers not only copied but innovated. They took existing concepts and made them better. Whether it's performance, reliability, or fuel efficiency, Japan revolutionized the car industry by mass-producing cars that appeal to a global audience. 2. The evolution of the JDM scene. The JDM, Japanese domestic market, car culture has become a global phenomenon. Japanese manufacturers were able to make cars that resonated with car enthusiasts worldwide, cars that were tunable, affordable, and reliable. The Nissan Skyline GTR, Mazda RX-7, and Honda Civic all became symbols of JDM performance and style, influencing car culture worldwide. Lessons from Japan's innovation. Japanese automakers have always shown the ability to learn, adapt, and innovate in the face of competition. The key lesson here is that copying isn't a bad thing, it's about improving upon what already exists, making it your own, and building something that lasts. So, Japan might have started by copying, but they didn't just imitate, they redefined the car world. From the Toyota 2000 GT to the Mazda MX-5 Miata, these cars prove that Japan can take the best ideas and turn them into their own masterpieces. Which one of these cars would you want to drive? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with any car enthusiasts who appreciate the history of automotive innovation. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best ideas come from those who dare to improve.